We've been given a lineup which suggests a 3-6-1 formation. Jim?
Well, I've seen it before, Peter, but it's extremely unusual. Whether it actually stays like we've been told, we'll gauge once the game is ongoing, but essentially it can be effective from both a defensive or offensive viewpoint. It all depends on the manager and his personnel and whether he prefers getting on the front foot or...
And we're underway. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Robert Lewandowski. He's just about the perfect all-round striker. Not least because he can finish equally well with both feet, Peter. It's not all about his finishing, though. He's always on the shoulder, looking for that ball in behind, and that prevents the opposition defence from getting too high or indeed getting too comfortable.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. That is good strength. Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Only partially clear. And that's really well manoeuvred. Lagerbielke. Starfelt. And it's played forward. It's really well cleared. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Moved on forwards. It could be in here. Merda. Zalewski. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Cash. Zalewski. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Gyökeres. He's found a way through. Tries to get it clear. Great defending, strong and determined. And Poland now can counter. Zalewski. Played out to the right. Oh, nicely intercepted. He's going to be disappointed with that. And back to the keeper they go. Bednarek. Kivio shifted upfield. And here's Lewandowski. Kulusevski. Lagerbielke. Kulusevski. Starfelt. It's an inviting looking ball, that. And that's an excellent interception. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
This has gone, that's a foul. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Zalewski. And reclaimed it in a trice. Bednarek. Szymanski. Zalewski. Cash providing an outlet on that flank. And the shot! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Szymanski is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Lindelof, aim forwards.
Lagerbielke.
Kulusevski,
Lagerbielke.
moved on forwards. Zalewski. Zielinski. Szymanski. Zielinski. Cash. Very nicely done. A chance to play it in. And he has been fouled there. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Defending on... Takes a shot! That's a fabulous ball. Great chance!
Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
That's really well manoeuvred. Zalewski. Can he spark a counter here? No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Goodmanson does really well to win the ball there. Could move up a gear here. Now that's well seen too. Things have been frenetic in the early part of this game. A lot of action high up the pitch. Cash. Now here's the delivery.
Poland really are making good use of that right-hand side. The light is very much the colour green. Cash clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width. Gives the defence a decision to make, whether to go zonal or man-to-man now.
Crossing. Kivia can get it clear. Kulusevski. It's run loose here. Aim forwards. And here's the chance to counter. And he's cut it out.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Szymanski. Poland are very keen on the aerial route.
It's looking pretty clear now, Peter, that the wide players have been told to get the balls in much earlier here.
Yeah, Jim, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, crosses that are not carefully selected, but they are very effective.
Lagerbielke.
Over to the left. Cleared without complication. Kivia is there and he can get that clear.
They've certainly set out to cause a problem or two down that left flank. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum and they look set to further exploit. really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
Goodmanson. Starfelt. Sweden yet to have an attempt on goal. Kivio. Zalewski. Szymanski. First quarter of an hour gone. And it's played forward. Lovely feet. Merda. Played into the middle.
I think those reactions say it all. He didn't wait for the support and the chances gone a-begging.
Zielinski. Merda. And now the breakaway. Elanga, delicate ball, and it needs to be.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Merda. Zalewski, and it's made its way to him. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Goodmanson.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Played back in. Zielinski. Merda. Zielinski. Kivio. And it's been played through. Well read, and the danger is averted. Lagerbielke. Now it's Lewandowski. And it's Lewandowski. And he cuts out the supply. Looking to break at pace. Oh, good spread. Plenty waiting in the middle. Kulusevski. Lovely bit of skill. Oh, this is a great position. Wins the duel this time. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Lindelof. Lagerbielke. Lindelof. Goodmanson. Moved on forwards. That has been cut short. Kulusevski. He's shifting through the gears here. Deftly away.
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Szymanski. Bednarek. Kivio. Oh, can he get onto this? Starfelt. Szymanski does well to get it back. Szymanski did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Kivio, forwards and with intent. Ayari, spread out to the left. Lindelof. Lindelof shifted upfield. Goodmanson. Aim forwards. Kivio. Merda. And it's Lewandowski. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Kolachevsky is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Szymanski. Lewandowski. He is through here! And he's there to get it away. And claimed it back swiftly. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And that's really well manoeuvred. Big chance! Goal! Sweden! And Sweden take the lead. Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up soon.
A 1-0 lead established.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Moved on forwards. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Merda. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Poland going about it patiently, perhaps too patiently. Can he latch on to this? So what can they make of this? Keeper's got good distance on that. Purring through the gears. Whistle's gone, that's foul.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Kulusevski has another go! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
They're just unrelenting, Peter, wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
He's onto it in a flash. Ayari. Lagerbielke. Ayari. Lindelof. Cash. Goodmanson, no. Again, there's no way through. Lagerbielke. Elanga. Out to the right. Elanga. Zielinski gets rid without sophistication. Oh, such a clever touch. Elanga. Oh, it's chance, surely! It's a goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Sweden are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Gyökeres. Sweden have scored 2 quick goals here and are firmly in the driving seat. 2-0 the score. That is lovely. Clipped into space. Tries a deft little ball. Kulusevski. Oh, that's nice. Crossed into the middle. And out it comes again. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. He slings it in. Zielinski. Merda. Szymanski. Bednarek. It's gone for a throw-in. Lagerbielke. Lindelof. Lagerbielke. And it's played forward. Elanga looks to get on the end of this. Ayari. Starfelt. Lindelof. Goodmanson forwards and with intent. He steps in and that's the end of that. Bednarek. Sweden looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. That'll be a corner. Kulusevski goes short. But that is good defending. It's been repelled. Well, they can break here. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Starfelt. Goodmanson. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Cross into the box. And that has been cleared. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Zielinski gets it clear. Goodmanson. Goodmanson looking to get on the end of this. Time to deliver. And that's a dangerous ball. Elanga, decent chance!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper is very relieved.
That's really well manoeuvred. Kivio. Merda. Great defending, strong and determined. Lagerbielke. Elanga. Goodmanson. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Nice control. Goodmanson. Goodmanson. Szymanski defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Kivio. Bednarek. Kivio. Kivio shifted upfield. Bednarek. Szymanski. Now it's Lewandowski. Lewandowski played out towards the right wing. Lagerbielke. Kulusevski. Elanga. Nice looking ball. And it's hoisted clear. Ayari. Kulusevski gets good distance on it. Hit into the middle. Keeper has taken decisive action. Cash. Kivio. Szymanski. Zalewski. Elanga. Merda. Aim forwards. Played out to the right. Climbs up big! Went with his head but couldn't steer it in.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Bednarek. Szymanski. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Szymanski, and it's played forward. Starfelt. Lindelof. Lindelof shifted upfield, and they've got rid. Zalewski. Chance here to counter. Goodmanson does really well to win the ball there. Sweden have got it back and they'll have another go. And the first 45 minutes are up. How would you review the first half?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further.
And the second half gets underway. And the finish! He's got a goal! And the second half is off to a flyer! Simplicity itself.
Lewandowski really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Goal scorer for Poland, number 9, Lewandowski.
We have got ourselves a game here.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Szymanski. Merda, forwards and with intent.
Was that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
And here's Lewandowski. That's good play. And he thumps it clear.
Poland clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Lagerbielke. That's really well manoeuvred. Kivio. Bednarek. Zielinski. Merda. Moved on forwards. And that is as far as they're going to go. Goodmanson. Lindelof. Goodmanson. Ayari. Starfelt. Ayari. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Goodmanson crosses. Can he finish? Over the line, and that'll be a goal kick. Szymanski. Merda. Zielinski. Bednarek. Out to the left it goes. Ayari. Yorkerish. Spread out to the left. He whips it across. Cash, gently done. Goodmanson wins the duel this time. Ayari. And it's Lewandowski. Oh, well measured. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence.
Substitution in progress.
Zielinski. Now who's going to be first to this? Cross deflected behind for a corner. That has been knocked clear. And it's kept out by a stubborn defence. Werder. Zielinski. He's had a shot!
Oh, that is very close.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Elanga. Ayari. Aim forwards. Cash, that's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Zielinski, that's an imaginative pass. Shoots! He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
Grabara, long ball by the goalkeeper. Goodmanson. Starfelt. Lagerbielke. Kulusevski. Elanga. Moved on forwards. Bednarek attempts a clearance. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Szymanski. Zielinski. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, as you'd expect, Peter, that defence ought to know when to step up or drop off, and they finally made a decision to get tighter.
Zalewski. Well timed, excellent interception. Lindelof. And that's really well manoeuvred. Over to the left. And that is a little undercooked. Szymanski. Kivio. Frankowski. He's got away. Aimed in towards the centre. Corner then. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Gyökeres. Kulusevski. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Zielinski. Werder. Szymanski. Zielinski. Zielinski. Now he's got space here. Now the cross. Frankowski in acres of space out wide. Oh, nice touch. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Lagerbielke.
Poland deploying the high press here, trying to force the defence into making mistakes.
Yeah, they look like they really want it.
One stray pass, that might be all they need here.
Goodmanson. So we've reached the hour mark. Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments.
Well, it has, because the deficit has now been halved, Peter, and because of that, it seems to have developed into some sort of shock for them, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they can take it on from here.
And it's played forward. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Szymanski with the clearance. Bednarek. Szymanski. Merder. Forwards and with intent. Elanga. Starfelt. Lindelof. That's really well manoeuvred. Frankowski. And back to the goalkeeper. Bednarek. Frankowski is onto it in a flash. And he's managed to get free. And that has been clubbed away. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Lagerbielke. Starfelt. Aim forwards. Oh, easy pickings there. Frankowski looks across and plays it in. Clears it away. Plays it through. Frankowski. Here comes another cross. He's dealt with that well.
Poland really are going...
Oh, they could be caught out here. And the keeper has it. Starfelt. Into the channel. He has found a way through. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Merder. Cash. Now he's off and running. Great defending, strong and determined. Bednarek. Kivio, gently done. Frankowski going full tilt down the left. And he's managed to get free. Loft header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
It's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Moved on forwards. Lindelof. Starfelt. Lindelof. Bednarek. Cash. Oh, sweet feet. No way through, so back it comes. Lewandowski, and he's gone backward here. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to save from up here, I know. Lewandowski played out to the left flank. Cross goes in there. And it's hoisted clear. Gets it away. Szymanski. Muscular approach does pay off here. Ayari, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Kolachevsky shifted upfield, and he welcomes it in. Zielinski. And here's applies the finish! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Starfelt. Aim forwards. Kivio, gently done. Zalewski. And here's Lewandowski. Elanga looking to add to his goal. Lindelof. Oh, it's come loose. And it's played forward. Well read, nice interception. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Zielinski. Oh, good spread. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Goodmanson. Lindelof. Goodmanson. Goodmanson goes on a charge down the left. And he's heaved it away. Bednarek. Zielinski. Frankowski. Zielinski caresses it through. Cash does really well to win the ball there. Zalewski. Zielinski.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Spread out to the left. Goodmanson goes on a run down the left wing.
Sweden surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Frankowski goes hurtling down that left-hand side. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head.
Poland really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Goodmanson forwards and with intent. That's very neat. Elanga. And that would have won it.
Elanga really can't believe it. He let the opposition off the hook there, and he knows it all too well.
That's really well manoeuvred. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Szymanski. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Goodmanson. That's a good run down the left. Oh, it's played into the area.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Szymanski. Aim forwards. Bednarek. Szymanski. And here's Lewandowski.
Poland really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Now it's Lewandowski. That'll be a corner. Zielinski with the short one. Lewandowski. Danger averted for now. Frankowski. He is just caressing the ball. Back into the middle. And a chance! Oh, that could cost them.
Szymanski, well, I think that look says it all, Peter. Brilliant save from the keeper. He read the situation superbly.
He can get that clear.
Poland really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
And he goes cross-field. Oh, he's found support out wide. Elanga.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And it's Lewandowski. Frankowski. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Kulusevski. Starfelt. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Just 5 minutes left. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. There are a few waiting for it. Bednarek is there, and he can get that clear. Kivio, gently done. Zielinski. He's in plenty of space here. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And the pass is intercepted. Out to the left it goes. Goodmanson in acres of space out wide.
Sweden can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Frankowski.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Merda. Moved on forwards.
Poland really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Now then, the ball's come loose.
Substitution for Sweden.
Sweden are making a change now.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Zielinski plays it short. Chance for a cross, maybe now or never.
Poland really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Little doubt, that is a foul. Lagerbielke.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
That's tidy. Played in deep. That's well blocked, and back out it comes. And it's played forward. Elanga. He's through here. Gets into some space. He's found a way through. No foul, says the referee. Moved on forwards. Cuts out the pass. Lindelof. Ayari. Lagerbielke. Starfelt. Lindelof. Great defending, strong and determined. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Gets a foot in here. Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Tries to get it clear. Showing good feet. Kulusevski. And that's aimed into the middle. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And there goes the final whistle. Sweden pull through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needn't matter. They have the win, and that's what they needed. So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Sweden was turned into a very good success.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.